In this video, I want to go over what Bitcoin is and its history over the past 10 years. So number one, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a digital currency, digital money, that allows you to transact as well as transfer money anywhere in the world. At its core, that's what it does. The reason that this was created was to have control of your money, okay? If you wanted to send it to China, you can send it to China without having to go through the big third-party people like Western Union or other financial institutions that handle transfers. So it is digital money that allows you to transact anywhere, okay? So let's go into the history. Bitcoin was created in 2009, right after the financial crisis, released under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. Okay, that's pretty important. Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, a lot of people have their own conspiracy theories about this individual or this group. We don't really know who or what the group is because it's under the pseudonym, but a lot of people have conspiracy theories. Some of them actually spread fake news about it. They will do FUD, they will do false advertisements. So you'll learn some of these terms later on in this course. But Satoshi Nakamoto is the creator and founder of Bitcoin. When it came out onto the market, it was worth 0.003 cents, so not even a penny. So a lot of the cryptocurrencies nowadays, they will claim this Bitcoin story, especially when people don't know about cryptocurrency in general. They'll say, hey, Bitcoin went from this to now I believe it's at $7,200. If you had just put $10 in, you'd be a millionaire. And there's a lot of people that were millionaires. Now back then, back in 2009, when it first started, people and the internet and really kind of technology at the time, it was a lot harder to securely store Bitcoin. Unless you stored it offline, you really didn't have a reliable solution in order to store Bitcoin. You can do it with software wallets and other mechanisms, but you really had to know what you were doing and know computers in order to do this safely. Since technology has changed, it has allowed people nowadays to just have cryptocurrency straight on their phone. It's been a lot easier just because the technology has improved, right? So let's go back to the timeline. 2009, Bitcoin comes onto the market. It's worth nothing, right? Just a fad. It was just a fad for about a year until 2010. In 2010, over here, Papa John's Pizza accepted Bitcoin as a payment for 2 pizzas. They took the payment of 10,000 BTC. 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 large pizzas. Now, nowadays, that would be worth a lot more than 2 large pizzas, right? But that's the proof of concept. This was actually in the market for a reason and people were adopting to it. So, Papa John's took it as a form of payment. Overstock.com takes it as a form of payment. Subway restaurants now takes it as a form of payment. Expedia takes it as a form of payment for your flights, for your hotel bookings. There's a lot of places that take Bitcoin as a form of payment. So now it actually has a usability, right? So because of this, the price shot up to $1,200, about $1,200 bucks. After that, there was a little bit of a bubble there. It kind of crashed down to about $200. And it stayed there for a couple years. But once people really understood the power of this technology and how you can transact anywhere, it kind of caught some more attention. So late 2015, it started going up a little bit, like 500, 600. 2017, it kind of followed the same pattern, or excuse me, 2016, it followed the same pattern until January 2017. Bitcoin was worth $800. And through the whole course of 2017, it ended up spiking at $19,785. Went back down right after that, but the power of Bitcoin really caught the mainstream's eye and attention, but a lot of people looked at it as a speculative investment because it is very volatile. So when you are investing in cryptocurrencies, you have to have a couple things in mind. You need to have the long-term vision in mind. If you're just trading, then you can get in and out real quick. But you want to make sure you're investing in something, or the company, the crypto asset, whatever you're wanting to invest in. You want to make sure that there's actually technology that they're working on, that's proven, or that isn't even in the marketplace yet, and they're creating their own platform. So that's kind of a little bit of tips there for investments, but this is the history of Bitcoin. Now, when Bitcoin first came out, let's go back to 2009, 2010, that era. Governments, financial institutions, and other forms of banks were against Bitcoin. Now, why is that? Well, Wall Street was also against it. So Bitcoin, as an investment, went around Wall Street, right? Bitcoin as a currency to use goes around the banks when they're able to do transfers for super, super cheap, 30 cents as your transaction fee. Unbelievable, ridiculous, right? So for people to go around banks, governments, and Wall Streets and to use this currency as an actual currency, they definitely cracked down on it. So they spread a lot of fake news. They spread a lot of hate on Bitcoin, publishing bad articles. Now, I'm not saying Bitcoin was perfect. People were using it on the black market, on Silk Road, but so is cash. So to demonize Bitcoin, for it to be used for illegal purposes, illegal transactions, illegal purposes, wasn't really a valid response or a valid excuse, because cash is used the same way, right? It was a lot harder to get your hands on cash too, but with Bitcoin, you're able to purchase it off an exchange. So it kind of made it a little easier for people to use this for illegal purposes. There's also, you're able to be anonymous with Bitcoin, with the transactions and the addresses. So when this first came out, governments and everything, they were really just wanting to stop it before it even became a thing, before it even became mainstream, before people really got into it. But as time has shown, Bitcoin is not really going anywhere other than maybe going up, or it's actually just developing and paving the way for the whole industry, for new applications to develop. So Bitcoin has actually influenced a lot of these markets, and we're going to be going into how it actually works in the next video.